Hey you, welcome to the Free Your Voice podcast. I'm your host, Amber Andrews, and today we are back with the first episode of season 3, y'all. We are going to be talking about emotional intelligence, the art of emotional intelligence. It's going to be a 5-part series. Today we are just doing the introduction. Let's hop right into it. I'm starting off with a quote, y'all, just something to give you something to think about, okay? Just process. Let it marinate in your mind a little bit. The quote says this: when awareness is brought to an emotion, power is brought to your life. I'm going to say it one more time. When awareness is brought to an emotion, power is then brought to your life. What does that mean, y'all? What does that mean? We have so many emotions that we feel throughout a 24-hour period, right? But do we ever stop and think, why am I feeling this emotion? What is causing it? What is the root of it? And how do I go about responding or reacting towards this emotion? When it comes to emotional intelligence, it is such a broad category. That's why I said it's going to be 5 parts to this. I'm going to break down each of the 5 parts of each branch. But basically, emotional intelligence is a skill and everyday practice that we all need in our life. We all have different walks of life. We all encounter different things. However, when we practice the art of being emotionally intelligent, in tune with our emotions, but also in tune with others' emotions, we can create healthy boundaries and relationships with those around us. The ability to emotional intelligence really just gives us that ability to assess, control, and just be aware of our own emotions. And even though it starts with being aware of your own emotions, you also have to be aware of, those around you. This can be a friend, a family member, a coworker, a spouse, anything. You have to be aware of not just your own, but also theirs as well. I'm looking at my notes, y'all. So if you're watching and you see me looking down, I'm looking at my notes. But basically, emotional intelligence is just being in touch and in control of your emotions, but also any other person you may encounter with. You guys could be having a conversation, you could be having an argument, you could be expressing how you feel. It could just be simple, open line of communication, and whether it's you feel an emotion or they feel an emotion, just being aware of that and taking accountability for how you feel, how you react, how you respond, what comes out of your mouth next, what actions do you portray next, that type of thing. That is what being emotionally intelligent is all about. Whether you know it or not, we use emotional intelligence every day. We use it to create stronger connections and bonds with, the people around us. And it also just helps us, when we become more emotionally intelligent, it helps us improve those relationships that we have. It helps us improve our stress. It helps us improve our impulse decisions and our impulse choice of words. It helps us improve dealing with life challenges and different circumstances within life. It's a better way of being able to navigate through those things you come encounter with every day when you're talking with people, when you're socializing with people, when you're just trying to learn and love those that are around you. It's not all about you. Emotional intelligence, you can be emotionally intelligent with yourself, but you also need to be emotionally intelligent when it comes to, treating other people, talking to other people, and being around them. Throughout this series, it is going to be a lot, y'all. We're going to break down everything. There's a whole lot that goes into being emotionally intelligent that some people don't even realize or take into account. This series is basically, it's going to help us all understand it. And do be patient with me because I'm still learning as well. I'm a very emotional intelligent person when it comes to my own emotions, but I'm still practicing being emotionally intelligent towards others' emotions. I'm trying to take myself out of the equation and just really be very open and understanding and very in tune with those around me and how they feel and what it is they're communicating to me. Throughout this series, within the next couple of weeks, actually, me and you, we're going to work together, y'all. It's a team effort. We're going to be working together to make sure that not only are we becoming the best versions of ourselves, but that we are also, just like I said, holding ourselves accountable. We have to take responsibility to how we respond and react to certain situations. We cannot keep treating people the way we treat them, or saying how we feel in the moment just because we feel a certain emotion, and then later on we're like, oh, sorry, I shouldn't have said that, I was just mad. No. You can't do that, okay? We all got to grow up. We all got to learn to communicate. We all got to be aware of what's going on around us on both parties, on both ends. Not only will I be sharing and breaking down the 5 branches of emotional intelligence, but I will also be sharing the challenges that come with that. It's not as easy as it's said. There's so many different pieces that go into it. For example, some people struggle with emotional intelligence because they have trouble receiving their own emotions. They have trouble feeling emotions on their own, but they also have trouble receiving it and being able to connect with others. This can be rooted from past experiences, childhood traumas, different cultural beliefs, zodiac signs. There's so many things that people overlook that tie into one's ability to be emotionally intelligent. And last but not least, I did want to provide you all with a Christian perspective. I am a Christian. I am firmly rooted in my relationship with my Heavenly Father. And this podcast is Christian based. So when we speak of the art of emotional intelligence, you can tie that back to Jesus. Jesus exemplified many examples of being emotionally intelligent. Jesus helped everybody. He didn't discriminate. He didn't judge. He didn't limit who he chose to help. He helped everyone. Anybody that Jesus came encounter with, he decided to help. He modeled, he showed that he was emotionally intelligent. He connected with the hearts of all of those around him. He showed acts of love. He was careful with how he spoke to people. He was careful with the words that he used. He was careful with his body language that he showed. And he just practiced the utmost respect and self-control in several different trying relationships, trying situations. People doubted him. People judged him. People mocked him. They beat him. They did the worst things to him. But Jesus never let that take impact on how he treated others. He still held his composure. He still reacted and responded with respect. He still was able to just be aware and just careful with the things that he said and the things that he did next in certain situations. There are so many examples throughout the Bible. The book of Proverbs is one of them. I was actually looking up some different examples just to give you guys, and I'll make sure that I'll link this down below in the information so that you can go see it yourself. But there are like 22 different examples of emotional intelligence being shown within the book of Proverbs. One of them that I'm going to read is Proverbs 10 verse 12. It says, "Do not contend with a man for no reason when he has done no harm." That's actually Proverbs 3 verse 30, but there's another one that is Proverbs 10 verse 19. It says, "When words are many, transgression is not lacking, but whoever restrains his lips is prudent." That's emotional intelligence right there. That's the perfect example. Many words can be said, hurtful words, harmful words, hateful words, but those who practice restraint, those who have control over their tongues, those who hold back what they say next, they are prudent. They are emotionally intelligent. They are practicing having control over how they react in certain situations. Another one, I'm gonna give you one more, y'all. And this is what I mean when I say the next couple of weeks, when we go through the 5 different branches of emotional intelligence, y'all, we are going to get deep into it. Like, bring a pen, bring some paper, bring a snack. Like, we are going to be getting real deep into it. We're going to break it down step by step. Another one that I see, it says, Proverbs 17 verse 9, "Whoever covers an offense seeks love, but he who repeats a matter separates close friends." Y'all, I'm gonna read it again. That went over some of y'all's heads. Whoever covers an offense seeks love, but he who repeats a matter separates close friends. I was just talking to you guys about how you have to be careful how you react to loved ones. You know, you have to be aware of how you respond to them in trying, stressful, tempered situations. You don't want to hurt those around you based off of an emotion that you're feeling right then and there. Emotions are temporary. You know, we experience so many of them. So you may be mad, you may be sad, but because you're mad and sad does not give you the right or the authority to then respond out of anger and respond out of sadness, because what you say next may very well hurt and separate and end that close relationship that you have with a friend, that you have with a brother or sister, that you have with a parent, with anybody, a spouse. You just never know. There's so many good ones, y'all, on here, like so many good ones. Like I said, I'm gonna link it so you guys can go see it and check it out for yourself. But that is really it for this episode. I just wanted to give you guys an introduction. I wanted to leave you with something to think about over the next 2 weeks before we get into the actual series. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you stick around for future episodes. I hope you leave feedback, share with a friend, leave a comment. Anything that you feel led to do, go ahead and do it. I'm always open to suggestions, but please remember our podcast is bi-weekly. Every other week we will upload an episode. You should follow me on Instagram because then you can keep up to date with when I upload. And other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I hope you're glad that I'm back. I'm glad I'm back. We are finally here doing season 3. I have 2 other seasons, season 1 and season 2, that y'all can go check out. I think it's a total of 22 episodes or so. And all of them are great. All of them are filled with just so much, so much, y'all, so much personal testimonies and experiences and just things I've learned, life lessons throughout my walk with God. I love you guys, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.